You think your father's approachable?
No.
No, Catherine's like, I've seen him be so nice. I'm like, Chaz not approachable. First of all, his height throws you because you don't think he's that tall. And then he's just overall.
He's a big guy.
He's a big dude.
He's a big guy. He's got hands like a first baseman.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
He's got these big hands.
He's not approachable. I'm sorry,
and he'll
he's
wear
not.
sunglasses inside at night. with a hat on, like with a fedora and like a coat with like fur on the collar, and he'll be like, I don't understand why everyone's avoiding me. I'm like, you look like the Grim Reaper. That's why.
Cawfee Talk.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cawfee Talk with Tara Cannistraci. Hope you've had a great day. I got my coffee in hand, and I got a guest in studio with me who literally makes me belly laugh, and he's not a comedian. In fact, right before we were filming, I was laughing out loud at the story he was telling, which we can't air. But welcome in studio, actor, songwriter, musician, Dante Palminteri.
What's going on?
What's going on?
What's up?
Literally, you make me LOL.
LOL.
You're very funny in the way you tell stories, but you don't do comedy.
I mean, I don't do I in movies and acting,
yes.
I do a lot of comedy, but I don't do stand-up. I'd like to try it one day.
I would love for you to try it.
It would be terrible.
No, I've been trying to tell you to do 5 minutes, write 5 minutes.
That's a long time.
It is a long time when you first start.
5 minutes is a long time.
You just told a story that was 3 minutes. That was hilarious.
I think all I have is like, and then my dad did this.
Well, okay.
And then he did that. I don't think there's much depth.
But there's so much relatability to it because an Italian. You're making fun of an Italian man. Your favorite joke for me is an Italian guy. First of all, his parents extremely talented. Gianna Palminteri, actress, and then actor Chazz Palminteri, writer of Bronx Tale. When you do videos imitating your father, it's my favorite thing on the internet. Like I've posted every single one.
I think they're like a little mean. I had to cool off.
Well, my favorite story is like he doesn't give you the advice that other dads would give you. This is so relatable because you're thinking your dad. Maybe some people on the internet will think Chaz Palminteri, but it's Italian borough bred fathers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can't take it out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, yeah. I mean, this is like not a bit. This is real, like what he used to say to me.
I gotta put the coffee down because I already spit it out because I know things that he says.
Yeah, you know him like intimately, really well, sitting around his table, so you hear him say this stuff. Like, you know, normal dads will say, like, you gotta like compound interest. You know what that is, son? Okay, what do you want to do? You want to invest, and then that investment grows over time, and then eventually, after years, you have a small fortune. You can buy a house. You could put it in your retirement. My dad would be like, if you think someone's following you, you can look in the reflection of the store windows and see if they're there. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to 5th grade now, Dad. All right, Dad. Thank you.
This is a bit.
He'd say, but it's not a bit. He'd say that.
No, I know, but there's truth in comedy.
He'd say that.
Dude,
like
Dante, that would crush.
Say that.
Crush.
We would go to school. When he would drive me to school, like, he would always fucking like Mike and the Mad Dog, man, plays in my nightmares. Like he would play Mike and the Mad Dog, and he had him on. He knew him, so you would call him, and they would always answer. And so I would be in the car, and he'd be like, "Don't talk for a second." And he would call Mike and the Mad Dog, and you'd hear him on. So I would hear him like in right there, and then on the radio like a second later, and you'd hear him like, "Oh, it's our old friend Chazz Palminteri. Chaz, what do you think?" And then I would hear him like, that last caller, what the hell did that guy say about Jeter? Let me tell you something about... And then I would go to school and my teachers would be like, I heard your dad on Mike. And I'm like, and the Mad Dog I know. Please leave me alone. Please stop. On my birthday, he got in a fight with Bill de Blasio on the radio.
Oh, I remember this.
I don't know if I could tell the story. Yeah, but whatever.
I mean, it's public.
It was on the radio. Yeah, it was on the radio. They got like in a fight. I was just in the back seat about like Mother Cabrini. They're screaming about the Mother Cabrini statue, and I was just in the back seat of the car on my birthday.
while your father
Yeah.
fights with the mayor of New York City.
Fights with the mayor, and I'm just sitting there.
To which's point, he was correct
I'm just sitting there.
in his view, but
No, I'm
how
not.
he says
I'm not
things-
saying he was or he wasn't, but I'm just like there.
I know we've spoken about this on the podcast, but I think there's one point where Bill de Blasio was like, "Did you call my wife a racist?" And he's like, "Yeah, I did."
Yes, I did. Yes, I did, Bill. Yes, I did.
And I know Phil Foley in the background
like-
was like, "No."
Like, please, I'm gonna tuck and roll out of this car.
But guess what? There is a statue of Mother Cabrini.
Get me out of this car.
But there is a statue now.
There is a statue.
There is a statue.
But he'll do it when he goes on business calls. I'm like, you have to. I can't be in the car. I can't be around you when you do this. He once, he was like getting an estimate once for, I forget what it was. I think it was like a car, or like I think it was the windows that needed to be replaced. I remember being a kid, and the guy went on a 5-minute talk on the phone about like what he can do and how he can do it, and he let him say the whole thing, and then at the end, my dad goes, "All right, now let me tell you what's gonna happen." I'm like,
this is a bit like, because it's not just him. It's him as we know him, and it's maybe, people get more infatuated because they think he's a celebrity, but this is like a brand of person. Like when I do my Italian bit that he loves, that you love, where I'm like, Italian guys talk for you, and we all know that guy.
Yeah.
Everybody knows
everyone
that guy.
knows that guy.
And it's your dad.
But he never acclimated. Because to being like, you know what it is, like he made a lot of money. He never acclimated to being like kind of a wealthier guy and behaving like in those circles. Like he still is like a Bronx,
which is
like hanging on the corner. He's got a guy for everything.
Mm-hmm.
For everything. For every possible thing, there's a guy. And they just come to the house.
Right.
And I don't know when they're there. They just show up. Some guy will just walk in and be like, "How you doing?" And then and then I'm like, "Hello." And then he'll just come over and he'll just like open the oven and then start fiddling around. I'm like, I've never seen this guy before.
But that's the old school way of life. I love that money and fame didn't change him in that respect.
Oh, no.
Like, people say, "Oh, you forgot who you are, where you came from." Not Chaz Palminteri, right?
I wish he did a little.
Maybe as your dad.
We all really wish he did a little bit, but
maybe at parent-teacher school conferences or other cases where you wish he was.
He's a different type of guy.
Yeah, which is funny because, well, here's the thing. And I think it's just the way it happens, right? Because then you have your mom who overcompensates.
Oh, yeah.
She is so, like, her role is mom.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And, and doting, and she tries to sugarcoat things in every way that she can. Like, she'll go 17 different ways to just say something to try and give you advice.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
She'll talk to you until she's blue in the face about anything.
Yeah, it balances out. She stayed on the phone with me till midnight looking up apartments, finding, she just, she goes all in.
I remember I got like a new car and I was dealing with something like pretty serious and I was talking to my mom for like an hour. We were really talking about some deep stuff. And then I remember just hearing my dad in the background going, "Dante, how's the car?" I'm like, "It's good, Dad. It's good. I'll talk to you later."
Which is like it's like how the pendulum swings. Like it's like the yin to the yang. Like
the yin to the yang. You gotta have that. You gotta have that a little bit.
Because, and I feel this too, like for everybody listening, there are things about all of your parents that we either love or hate, and somewhere in the middle, you get the best of both qualities to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Like, I love that he tried to teach you street values, because let's face it, you weren't getting them.
I'm going to school in Greenwich, Connecticut.
Yeah, you were not going to get that level of education.
I'm going to school in Greenwich, and he's telling me what to do if someone's following me. I'm like, we're in Greenwich, Connecticut right now. No one's following me. We're going to the polo field right now, and we're good.
Right.
I'm okay. I think I don't need this lesson.
Right.
Yeah, he's like that with everything.
Yeah.
Walk in the middle of the street late at night so no one can pull you into a vestibule. All right, Dad.
First of all, vestibule. Right. The word itself.
Vestibule.
Has been, it's like old school.
Vestibule.
Vestibule.
He taught me, like, I remember I was going to school and I said I was in 5th grade, and I said the word Frankfurter, unironically. That's just what.
Yeah, I'm laughing because I know it's
just what.
It's such a thorough thing.
And I had a teacher who looked at me like, he like stopped what he was doing. He's like, "What did you just say?" Like, what? He's like, "Did you just say Frankfurter?"
How old were you?
I think I was 5th grade.
No.
5th grade.
It's so awkward.
It's like,
it's so awkward to be a little kid saying Frankfurter.
I'm like, what'd you call him? What do you?
Do you know what a Frankfurter is?
Yeah.
It's just a hot dog.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't know if people even call them that.
I don't think people called them that since like 1973.
Oh God, I called them. My grandparents used to say Frankfurters. I
didn't think anything was weird about it. When I went home, I was like, "Mom," all the teachers looked at me weird because I said Frankfurter, and she's like, "Oh, okay, all right."
I think
Chaz, your son's saying Frankfurter in school.
They've been calling them hot dogs since 1940.
He's like, "Who the fuck is this kid?" In his like Vineyard Vines shirt, like, "I think we got Frankfurters for lunch today."
I'm dead. Wait, I can't stop laughing.
Yeah.
This is a bit like this. You 5th grade. It's
5th grade.
Dante.
Vineyard Vines, tucked in with a tie. Frankfurter.
Dante, you've got like a fucking 10-minute set right now.
This is, but
Wait,
it's not like it's not a bit. It's just these are stories of what.
I'm laughing
This is
out
like
loud
this
because
is
it's
the
relatability.
historical event.
Think about like how oh my God! But that is what's funny. First of all, it's like generational level comedy because that's clean comedy. People, they know what their parents have sounded like. The picturing, the image, the way you tell the story. As I picture a 5th grader in school.
Frankfurter.
I mean,
it's so funny.
If you know who your dad is,
It's
adds
funnier,
to
yes.
It, but
Yeah.
it doesn't. You don't need to know who your dad is.
Yeah.
Because all this shit, if all they knew was, I have an old Italian father.
It's good because
It's
they like
same thing.
he is like an older Italian father, but then there's an element of
Burrow.
watching a guy like that deal with fame and seeing how he deals with like what comes with being a known celebrity, and it's a trip.
Mm-hmm.
It's really weird. He's like a 101.
Yeah.
He really is.
You know, there's nobody like him.
Because that's really him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know.
So like, what's your dad like? You know what he's
No,
like.
I know,
You
yeah.
know what he's like.
People
Have you
ask me
seen
all the
his
time,
movies?
what's
That's
Chaz?
him.
What's Chaz like? I'm like, you ever watch a movie? It's pretty much what Chaz is like.
That's what you're getting.
And he's not just an actor. He's like, I mean, he's known for such an iconic film, which is his life. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bronx Tale. I mean,
Yeah.
that's his life.
Yeah, it's a true
Oh,
story.
yeah.
Like, so you're mainly known for the most personal. He's beloved. Like everybody in my family is like crazy about that story and about him. You know.
My sister and I do this bit. It's really funny. Where we'll just like pretend that Bronx Tale is fiction. We'll be like, that didn't really happen though, right?
And he gets.
And he has never caught on to the joke. He gets so upset every time. And so we do it almost every day.
Mm-hmm.
We're just like, why did like that? But that didn't really happen in the bar. And he'll be like, that happened. That I was there. I was there. I was under the table, and then they came up from the back. And my little sister Gabrielle will be like, that's not really. Like, that's crazy that would happen. He's like, Gabriella, that would happen. It's not that funny, but to me, it's hilarious.
Also, you know when you do his accent. That was one of the clips that went most viral for me. When I go, do I have an accent? And this is Dante. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? And then you do like your dad's as like such. I don't hear your dad's accent the way you put it on.
That is how he talks.
I don't hear it.
All right.
Maybe because I sound this. I don't know. For some reason, it doesn't. I don't hear Chaz's.
You don't hear the.
I hear Catherine's.
Catherine's got a heavy one.
Yeah, I hear mine on camera.
Catherine's got a really
I don't hear it
heavy
in your
one.
mom, and your mom's like a New Jersey Italian.
My mom is my mom. It's different. There's two. It's like, it's two different things. My mom's parents are from Italy.
Right, that's the difference.
They're
well,
real.
so was your dad's parents.
My dad's grandparents are from Italy.
Oh,
My
okay.
whole family is Italian, but my dad's grandparents are all Sicilian. But my mom is like
Off the boat.
Really Italian. My Nonna and Nonna really raised my mom and her siblings like Italian. Italian as shit. So it's really my mom doesn't have an accent.
No.
It's it's really it's two completely different cultures.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, my Nonna would like, she's a whole other thing. She was hilarious.
I met her.
She was like, I mean, I have a video of her sharpening a knife with a neck brace on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, stop. Like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm sharpening. I have to, she's got a neck brace. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
please stop it. Yeah. You know, you're talking to a woman who washed clothes in a river. Like,
Oh my God.
these hardcore, and I'm asking ChatGPT, like, what's the difference between brandy and cognac? And she's like,
That's another bit. Like my grandma, like yeah, she washed clothes in a river.
wash clothes in a river. She's sitting there. She would tell me that she would go early to get the good spot. I'm like,
Okay, so did you guys? I might have brought this up in a past podcast. Did your parents make you the weirdest fucking shit for your lunch? Like my mom and dad would make like salami sandwiches and provolone in the summertime, and I'd take that to school. You could smell the fucking sandwich from like down the hallway, and I'm like, Mom, I love this, but not at school.
people are looking at me.
All I ever wanted was like a regular sandwich with the corners cut off, like all the other kids had in school. And I had one time my mother sent me to school with a ricotta sandwich. And it wasn't even that soggy because she put it on the Terranova bread, so it wasn't even like real bread. It was like the hardcore Italian bread. It was just and people were like, kids were like, you know, people used to share like, what do you have? What do you have? And here I am at my ricotta sandwich. I'm like mortified. I was embarrassed by my food.
See, there were actually a lot of Italian kids in my school. My school was you were either Italian or Jewish.
Yeah,
so
but-
we were all just like.
But did you guys have lunches like that, or was it more like your mom Americanized it more because you guys were in Upper Westchester?
I mean, we got. Like, I would just eat at the school.
Right. They also had real good lunches there. Like,
I went to like
fancy school. Yeah, let's say it. I was in PS 89.
Yeah.
I had with a ricotta sandwich in the hood. I was in the attached to the project.
I was in Ohio when this happened.
Oh, so
the kids, my classmates, would be like, "What the fuck are you eating?"
What? Where did your parents even get provolone and salami
what is
back
that?
then?
Yeah,
we get it when we visit the grandparents, and we buy it. My parents would buy like a year's worth, and it'd be nothing but that in our fridge. Like
That's amazing.
Like sharp provolone, which literally smells like feet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
No.
delish. But
Delicious.
Yeah, I was sent to like private school, so we didn't have any, like, we would just, I know.
But now, so here's the thing. That's the cultural difference. That's what's hilarious about and what you can really
It's not
touch
like I
upon.
wanted to. I'm a kid. I was time for school. All right.
No, I know, but it's real. The generational differences on how we grew up,
Yeah.
like the boomer compared to the Gen Z. You're millennial, right?
Millennial.
Your sister's Gen Z.
She's Gen Z. Yeah. Yeah, she's crazy. Yeah.
There's just a
Huge difference.
Huge
I mean,
difference.
my dad would like shit on me for going to private school. I'm like, you sent me there. What are you talking about?
You are paying for it.
Yeah. What, I'm kindergarten. I'm making decisions on where I want to go to school, like deciding on a college. You just put me somewhere and I just walk in. Like, why are you making fun of me? You sent me there. Don't make fun of me for this. And but then like going to, there was a lot of Italian kids in my private school, so it wasn't really that
Really?
weird.
In Upper Westchester?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You were either Italian or Jewish.
Yeah.
And so we were all just like this big mesh
Yeah.
of like Jewish food or Italian food.
Okay.
And it was a time. It was super fun.
Yeah.
It was really fun. Yeah, and everyone was down. I didn't think anything was weird until I left high school. And then I lived in Boston. I was like, what the hell's going on on the outside?
Right. This is the real world?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what are you guys doing out here? Yeah.
Well, that was for college.
Everyone isn't Catholic?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you mean?
Boston's a great Italian. They have a great Italian
Great.
community.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. North End is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Irish Catholic. But it was like, because that's when I went to college and I was meeting kids from all over the country. I was like, oh, I'm a different, like we do it a little differently over here.
See, like your cultural divide?
Huge.
Was that, yeah.
Huge.
Because
yeah.
I have to be honest, as much as I like to say I'm well-traveled and things, I was really just super saturated in like growing up in the Bronx, was there for 30 years. Even when I moved to Westchester, everything I did was so New York centric. I worked for the New York Yankees. Like I was just so New York.
Yeah.
Then I came out here and it's like the only like conversation piece people have with me, like now that I know that I'm out here full time, the people will like to try and like extend an olive branch or break conversation with me, like, you know what pizzeria you should go to? I have a list.
Right.
I'm like I
John and Vinny's is the pizzeria you should go to.
Okay, so I don't.
Yeah.
I've gotten Mulberry Street, John. And people give me all these names.
Mulberry, it's
okay, but this is what I mean. But this is people's like talking point to me, and I'm like, is that what I look like? Like, is that the only, like, I just told Keita I bought the Cadillac to LA. I shifted here the other day. I'm like, I'm going to be such a Guido in LA. I have a Cadillac. I look like this and sound like this. And the only thing people talk to me about are pizzerias.
That's funny.
I'm like.
You know what people do out here? If you go like, how you doing? They're like, I'm well. And you? You're like,
what?
Time out.
Wait, you answered me?
Like, I'm good. How are you? What the hell's going on here?
Are we having a conversation? Because in New York, it's like, how you doing? It's just like a hello.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, can I get 2 slices of the... Yeah, here. I'm well. And you? And how are you? Thank you for asking. I'm like, I don't like this. I'm uncomfortable.
Right, you violated me. When I ask you how you're doing, I don't want to know.
I'm going to take a shower. I feel weird.
That is so true. That is such a New York thing.
Yeah.
I did a video where I was like, when New Yorkers ask you how you doing, we don't care. And it's not that we're being rude. It's not that we don't care. It's just like, that's not really why we're asking. It's just
it's a hello.
It's a hello.
It's a hello. That's how I'm greeted.
It's not being rude. It's like, hey, how you doing?
I'm greeted like that by my family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Answer the phone. It's my dad. How you doing? What's up? All right. Hey. Yeah. No, not weird.
No, it's a hello.
Not weird.
It's not really a question. If I want to know how you're doing, it would be in a different context.
You know what he does? I did a video on this one. It really bothers me because he does this quite frequently. He'll call me to tell me he'll call me back. And I really don't. I really dislike it.
Wait, do an example.
He'll call me and I'll answer the phone. I'll be like, what's up? He'll be like, I got to call you later. I'm like, what? He'll be like, I'll talk to you later. I'm like, why did you call me? And he'll be like, goodbye. And then he'll just hang up. I'm like, okay. All right, then.
My father will call me and like rattle things on and be like, yeah, Tara, I got this on the job. I got this. And then he'll just talk about all of his shit and then go, all right, sorry, I got to go. I'm like, I didn't call you. You didn't even ask me how I was doing. You just vented and then hung up on me.
What?
I'm like, in what world?
I don't know. When there's a UFC fight on, I will turn my phone off.
Oh.
Because he will call and be like, how do you get on ESPN Plus? I'm like, Dad, we've done this twice a month for like 6 years. Hit source. There's no source. Yes, there is. Yes, there is, Dad. Yes, there is. We do this every weekend. And every weekend you say there's no source, and every weekend you find it. He'll just be having all these problems, like trying to sign into Netflix. And then after 10 minutes, he'll be like, hang on. Netflix? I'm like, what do you mean Netflix? He's like, I'm on Twitter. I'm like, all right, exit Twitter.
It's a generational thing.
Leave Twitter?
Though.
Leave Twitter. Go to Netflix. All right.
What
do I do now?
My father's like, I think I got to get Facebook. I'm like, okay. Why do you think you need Facebook? All my friends are asking. There's groups I got to join. Then he calls me and goes, I gotta show him my picture? And I'm like, yes, Dad. It's called Facebook. You put your face on it. And he's like, I don't want people finding me. I'm like, what do you think you're creating a Facebook account for? I just want to be with my friend. I don't want people coming. I go, what did you do in your life that people can't find you on Facebook? And he's like, nah, I can't do this. Nah, I can't do it. I don't want no Facebook. I'm like, okay.
You know, my dad will be like, yeah, you make fun of me now about Netflix. but when the people come to the house and you need, then it's danger. Oh, Dad, help me. That's when I'll come in. And that's when no one will say nothing to me. And I'm like, all right, you have a point, actually. You did send me to private school.
Right,
so
right.
I'm unequipped to deal with that.
You didn't make me.
Yeah. You are. That is right. One time I found my Nonna on the computer. I was like, I need to stop this right now.
Did you know what she was doing?
She had the mouse and she was going like this.
Missing every button.
Like that. I was like, go sit down. What are you trying to do right now? She's like, I'm trying to see pictures. The pictures of the new baby. I'm like, I already know what you're talking about. Just go sit down. I got this.
Yeah.
Like, just, you, when you wanted to take a bath, you had to build a fire to warm up the water. I'll do this. I will handle all of this. Yeah.
Okay, I'm keeping time. You have 23 minutes right now.
Great.
Of a bit.
You might have a half an hour special by the end of this podcast.
Oh, man.
I think
can't.
just generational differences and coming from where you come from. It's not, I'm not talking celebrity. I'm talking Italian American and Italian. Because you have
Italian-American.
both sides. You have
I
your
do have
mother's
both.
side, which is so Italian. And coming from an artsy family.
Italian.
You're all artists.
Everybody.
Your
It's
sister
weird
sings,
as
you
shit.
sing, your father sang.
My mom, my dad
Did
used
your
to
mom
say, he used to be like, we'd talk about like careers and stuff. And he'd be like, what do you want to be a lawyer for?
Meanwhile, every parent's dream is that their son becomes a
He'd be
lawyer.
like, what do you want to be a lawyer for? You do the theater. You do theater. That's what you're good at. That's what you follow. What do you want to do this other shit for, kid? I'm like, this is so weird.
It's the complete opposite of advice.
This is so weird. My college advisor, my principal, because I went to jazz music school, and he's like, I don't know how to help you. I'm like, that's fair. I'll handle. He goes, if you need anything, just let me know. I just don't know what to do. Like, you're going to school for theater and like jazz music. What do you want? I'm like, I got it. If I need help, you're the first person. He's like, all right, we're good. That was it. Yeah, it's a weird mix because it's like theater and then like this crazy guy, my dad, then like my mom, and then these like off the boat Italians. You know what my Nonna told me once?
What?
That when I was teething, the way she used to get me to stop was she would take whiskey, put it on her finger, and rub it on my gums.
That's
And she told me that's what she learned on the boat. I'm like,
on the boat coming
yeah,
here
yeah,
from Italy to Ellis Island.
yeah, because they had some Irish people on the boat, and she says that's what she told me. She said she learned it from them.
But that's like an 80s thing too. Like it was they got a lot of the 80s moms got a lot from their moms. Like your mom got a lot from her mom. My mom pulled from her mom. And some of the things that they did to make us like the home remedies were insane.
Insane.
Like could you imagine a parent today putting whiskey on a kid's gums?
You're on the news.
yeah, pretty much.
You're on the news.
Yeah.
Local mother gets infant drunk.
Right.
It's like, no, that's what my mom, what did I do?
Child Protective Services is breaking down the door and ripping a kid from your arms.
Put on your gums, you go right to sleep. Like, I'm drunk. He goes, you're drunk. You're a baby. I'm like, you put a whiskey on my gums.
Now, I think the whiskey wasn't to get you drunk. It was like a numbing agent.
Yeah, to numb.
It's an alcohol numbing agent.
Look, I mean, I guess you got to do what you got to do.
I love the old school things that they...
You got to adapt. She would tell me stuff that was, I'm like, all right, I see why you had to do that. She'd go, we were one of the richest families in the neighborhood. We had a light bulb. I'm like, all right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was really a different...
But isn't this the American dream, though? When you really think about it, like I'm listening to your stories. I just hosted an event in D.C. where we're giving scholarships, educational scholarships to Italian-American children. And I was reading these kids' bios. Kids, high school and college. And I'm like, they are more accomplished than I am. Insane. That they are just 2 generations away from people who wash clothes in a river. You are a bi-coastal actor, musician, songwriter. Like,
and it's weird.
Coming from a grandmother who only was happy to have a light bulb, you went to private school in Greenwich. The way we are able to literally move, we're moving like...
Isn't that crazy?
Like light years ahead of where
Yeah.
you think we would.
Yeah.
Like the fact that that's only two generations away
Yeah.
from a woman who washed her clothes in a river. Although I'll say this, I went to Arusha, Tanzania in 2009. I was a volunteer at a homeless, like a foster home, or for kids who obviously who didn't have parents. It was a primary school, and I would literally have to pay a Maasai tribeman. I had white T-shirts that I'd wear a new one every day, and I would give a Maasai tribeman my T-shirt.
Damn.
In payment for him to heat up water for me so I can pour a bucket over my body. And I got to be honest, it was maybe the happiest time of my life. As wild as that is.
Water.
I had to walk a mile for an internet cafe.
Yep.
Being unplugged during that time and having less
it's kind of awesome.
Was really amazing. I went on safari. Yeah. I got to see things on the weekends. I went to Tanzania.
You just relaxed. You're just no one's...
It was just,
no one's calling me.
It was just, it was my glimpse into, even though it was current day, into how crazy it must have been. I mean, I'd be on a bus that would be like a minivan, but like for 10 people with 15 people and a goat. And you'd be like, this is the way I'm getting to work today. Like, this is, but there was something so simple. And like, I think we're so overstimulated now. And we have so many options that we can't decide what we want.
Yeah.
Who we want to be.
In when we go back to Italy, we go to we don't go to the nice, when people think of Italy, they're like
Amalfi Coast.
Amalfi Coast it's like no dog. No.
Right.
No. We go to the
hometown.
Interior of Italy where there's chickens running around and the only internet is at the church, so you got to go to the church to check your email or to look at your phone or something, then you come back and you just hang out. Make some food. Neighbors come over. At night, you go to the piazza.
Yeah.
And there you go.
My favorite times in Italy were in the off the beaten path.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
that to me is the real experience. Like, if you want to experience the culture, you don't go to... I mean, Amalfi Coast is beautiful. I love Sorrento, Positano, Ravello. All those places are worth seeing. But it's commercialized now. Mm-hmm. Even now, I was happy and then upset that there's now a direct flight to Sicily.
Really? You're upset?
Well, I'm happy I'm going in October because now I don't have to take a connecting flight. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, this is going to commercialize Taormina and places like... It's going to be...
Yeah, but I would like it if Sicily was a little...
Closer?
Yes, closer and just more of a place of people... Because people don't really think about Sicily that way as they think about France or the rest of Italy or...
Well, Europeans will vacation in Sicily. Yeah. Australians vacation
Americans
in Sicily.
Don't really
Americans
vacation.
Didn't.
Yeah.
I went there for 3 weeks and I loved it.
It's a little weird to go there, especially if you're not Italian. We're going to Sicily. It's like, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Sicily.
People don't go to Sicily. And I kind of liked that about it. I kind of liked that it was gate kept a little bit. And now this direct flight is a game changer.
Get ready, Italians.
not JFK. Delta and United are both flying, I think, out of JFK, and they're calling it Summer in Sicily.
Nice.
And it's from, I think, May or April till October. And now you can get a direct flight to Catania, which never existed.
That's cool. I'm excited for that.
Catania and Palermo. I'm going.
I'm excited for that. You don't have to take a connecting flight, which is...
The connecting was annoying. And I'm taking my dad back to the town where his family came, and which, ironically enough, the church was from The Godfather. That's where his grandparents were married. I mean, it's really got really cool historical pieces to it. But again... As happy as I am that Sicily will make money and be more of a tourist attraction, part of me is like, I kind of wish it was a little more private still.
Yeah, I get that. But I am happy that we can just go there now.
Yeah, no, it is. It is a game changer.
And it is, I do kind of want Sicily to be more known to everyone here, because Sicily's the coolest place.
It's Italy with palm trees.
It's the coolest mix of... It's Italian and Arab and North African and all these cultures just kind of because Sicily's been conquered so many times.
It invaded so many times.
So many cultures have left their footprint on Sicily.
In the cuisine especially, there are things.
It's such a weird, cool mix of all these cultures in that region. I love going there. Mm-hmm. I love the dialects. I love the food. I love It's just come on.
Sicily, I have to be honest, hands down. I mean, I went to different
What's
parts. I got to
cooler?
see Shaka, Cefalù, and Palermo, and Taormina, the Forza de Gro, which is the town my family's from. And all the like pistachios really big there, and all the like influences that weren't so specific to just Italy are all like you said,
Yeah.
because it was invaded so many
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
Like 11th century North Africans came in, and like it was just so many different things. Arabs, a lot of time, even when I use the word mishkina, Arabs will like it'll be like people go, that's Arabic.
Yeah.
That's an Arabic term, but it's really like a Sicilian slang word that means like poor thing or something like that.
Yep.
So it was interesting. I love that it's more of like a melting
It's
pot. Sicily.
totally a melting pot. It's awesome. You know, the coolest place in Italy I went is Matera.
Which is where?
It's like very south, very, very south. Not Sicily. It's almost by like the Arch of the Foot.
Okay.
And it is so cool. I did a movie there when I was like 10 with Federico Castelluccio.
Oh my God.
Who I just did a movie. I'm plugging this. I don't care.
Yeah, plug. We haven't talked about the arts yet.
Who I just did a movie with. We wrapped last month.
You were in New York. That's when I got to see you at your house. Yeah.
Yep. I was. I saw you right after I wrapped.
Yep.
Yep. We shot a movie called Bad News on the Doorstep, in Rhode Island, and it is so cool. It is
love
so
Rhode
good. I
Island.
can't wait for everybody to see it. It'll come out hopefully, like next winter.
Okay.
But
And you loved being part of this film. Like when I saw you, were like, I believe in this film.
it was so cool.
Yeah. How cool was Rhode Island too?
Rhode Island was awesome.
Yeah, Rhode Island's got a good little Italy too.
Oh, it was. I mean, we were just like this little bubble in this small town in Rhode Island, and it takes place in the 50s, and it was so much fun.
Is that where you got that shirt?
No,
Just kidding.
not at all.
I love the shirt.
When we were actually
we joked about
when
it,
we were
but
doing costumes, they were like, "Do you feel comfortable in this?" I'm like, "Do I feel comfortable in this?"
I was made to wear this.
Like, I wear this anyway. I wear this all the time. They're like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." Should I not? Yeah. It was so cool. It's a football movie about these two guys, me and my man Nick Davi. Robert
Oh.
Davi's son.
Yes.
Robert Davi
Is
is
Robert
also
Davi
in
in
the
the film?
movie. And my dad's in the movie.
Oh, wow.
And Sistine Stallone is in the movie.
Wow.
And Federico Castelluccio is in the movie. And Vincent Pastore is in the movie.
Oh wow.
Oh man, I'm forgetting people, but because I'm on the spot now thinking
That's okay.
about it. This movie is stacked. Rob Gronkowski's in the movie.
Oh wow. How is he?
He was so cool. That was so cool.
Is the like ditzy thing an act? Is it more?
I mean, he's the coolest guy in the world,
Yeah.
and he's just a ball breaker,
Oh, I love that.
and he's the ultimate hang,
Oh, that's cool.
and he loves it. He loves doing movies.
and loves being on set
He
and all that
loves
because
it.
that's a culture, right? Like being on
Loves
set.
it.
So you've got to really be a team player when you're on.
And he's super charismatic on camera. A lot of times people are really easy to hang with on off camera, but then the second the camera starts, it's like,
They get nervous. They tense up.
I'm on camera. He's super. It was so much fun. It was
Oh,
so
I love
fun.
this.
He plays our coach, and I mean, we were shooting football scenes, and then I make a huge error, and then like we lose the scholarship, and we kind of turn to a life of crime, and it's really fun.
Oh, it's exciting.
It's so much fun.
And how long did you film that for?
It was like 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks. We were there.
Which is like a time, like when you're like in the zone when it's that. Like it's amazing that you can be on set for like 12, 13, 14 hours or however long you got to be
All
or
day.
whatever.
All day long.
And it doesn't ever feel like you enjoy the process so much when
Yeah.
it's the right cast and
Yeah.
right film
Oh,
and
it
right,
was-
yeah.
It was the best. Like, it was such a hang. It was so much fun.
Now-
We're there every day, 12, 13 hours, 14 hours. You go to sleep, you wake up, and there was never a moment of like,
Right.
I would barely even sleep at night because you just got to be like, all right, you get the
Yeah.
call sheet, you're like, let's go, let's get it. Yeah, it was really a lot of fun.
There's something to be said about that, right? Because you think of a 12, 13-hour shift at another job. Like I know for me, if I'm having a bad day, which is often lately, and I have to perform. Like I was at a show last night for 4 hours because it was like a good hang and a whole bunch of comics came through. George Wallace came through. It was like legendary. And it doesn't ever feel like work. And I
No.
think it's like, it's so cliche with when they say that quote, like, find what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. But like that really, I feel better when I go to work. I don't know how many people can say that. I hope a lot of people, but I don't know if that's the case. I think a lot of times people just get jobs to make money. And you're in a unique position where you had parents encourage you.
I when people ask me about like advice or inspiration, I'm like, don't listen to me, please.
Yeah.
Like, I am not someone who can tell you about what it was like for 99.9% of people, because I was in a super weird position where my parents were like, what else are you gonna do?
Right. You have to do this.
Yeah.
This is what we do.
I'm like, okay, all right, fine, I guess.
But did you feel it? Like, did you have that innate ability? I was drawn to comedy from a young age. I didn't think I was going to do stand-up comedy, but I was fascinated by it. Lucille Ball, Carol Burnett, you know, Joan Rivers, you know, Eddie Murphy. I was always attracted to that level of entertainment. Did you innately have like this thing? Like, did you?
I think so.
Yeah.
I never really knew anything else.
Well, yeah.
So I don't totally know.
It's like you're in the family business. Your mother, your father,
but
your sister.
You know, if you took me out of it, would I naturally gravitate back towards it? Like, if you erased my memory of ever doing it, would I want to do it? I don't know. But I know that where I am now, and it's like exactly where I want to be.
Well, where does music come into play?
Music has always been there for me.
So that's
it's always
innate.
been my thing.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the cool thing about music is it's always there. You don't need a team of people to do it. It's just my thing.
And you're a songwriter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I write for myself, and I've written for other people, and I'm recording music now. I'm going to put it out. I kind of took a break from releasing music. Music is...
I've seen you perform live.
Yeah, you have.
You also have the component of you entertain in between. Like, you have an entertainment personality, like a persona, maybe not persona is the wrong word. It's like you're charismatic in a way.
I like to talk about stuff.
But it gives people an experience. It's not just one hit after the next or one song.
I always found it weird when it was just like song and then the song ends and it's just like song and then the song ends and then...
Yeah.
So, and then you're like, all right, you know...
It's almost
say a little something.
It's okay. That's like what you do is basically crowd work in between songs.
I guess,
to get back to Keita's point to saying that you have so much time. Like yesterday, I was doing a spot and I was doing jokes, but then I was like, you want to bring people into the experience. It's the same thing.
Music and comedy overlap.
There are components. So what you do in between, even Sal the Voice does it.
What is your opinion on crowd work?
You have to be really good at it. It just can't be like, what do you do for a living?
Because we're seeing it. That's like on TikTok. That's what's really taking that's what's been popular for like 2-3 years now.
Well, it's also people not giving up their jokes, right? Because you want people to come to your,
which makes sense.
You
post about it and it's like, all right.
I hate it I love crowd work. Here's my thing: you're gonna get a great experience from me, and I hope, you know, I'm gonna try and incorporate as much crowd work as I can, especially if I feel it's a smaller crowd or I want to reach more people. But you're gonna remember you had a good time. You're not gonna remember a great crowd work bit as much as you're going to remember my writing and a great joke. Like I have never posted the Italian guy bit. I cannot wait. I'm filming the special July 12th. You're coming, right?
Yes.
I'm filming the special July 12th.
In New York or here?
Yeah, New York.
Okay.
Yeah. We talked about it at your house, but I'll give you the details. Everybody, it may have shot by the time this airs. But I can't wait to post that. I can't wait to give the joke that joke out. Like, because I hate the joke at this point. The joke to me, I'm so over this bit, Keita.
But it kills every time.
It kills every time. And it's the joke I know I got to do. Like, I had a show this week with Earthquake, with D.L. Hughley, George Wallace. I'm like, I got to bring this joke because I got to show them this is my joke that shows you who I am.
And it crushes.
And it crushes every time. And it's the most relatable joke, which is why I say to you, I don't encourage people to do stand-up comedy. I've encouraged one other guest who wasn't a comedian to do a one-woman show because she had such an interesting life and she was a great storyteller. But I encourage you to listen to this podcast and write. You have more than 5 minutes.
What do you like? Do you write? Is it like a script?
Well, I mean, there's many ways of doing it.
Is it a monologue? Is it like a memorized monologue, or is it like premises that you know? You're like, I know how this bit goes.
Right now, there's storytelling. Look at guys like Josh Wolf and Bill Burr who tell you a story that's not a traditional setup punch, you know.
I mean,
Yeah.
the way I would approach your stuff is similar to there's other actors in LA that I know do comedy, like Tom Arnold. But also, I've been working with David Faustino. He's going to be getting up and doing bits, and he's got all these amazing stories. Now, he was Bud Bundy on Married with Children, so he's got stories. And what you do is I told him, and this is like what I do myself in my own work. It's like, what are those stories you tell at a dinner table at a party?
Okay.
And then what you do is you take those stories, because you've already worked out the energetic punches on those stories. If you told that story like 3 or 4 times or 10 times,
Right.
then what you do is, to convert it for stage, you have to cut the fat. And because, you know, if you're sitting in front of a group of people at a table,
Got to keep
you
their
have their
attention.
attention.
Yeah.
They're
Right.
a crowd.
You got to get to the point.
Yeah, you have to get to the punches. And then what you do is you cut the fat, and then you punch up the funny, and you push it a little bit. And I mean, that style of joke telling is great. And like literally what you guys have done here and what you've offered in terms of story, you literally have 15 minutes.
Really?
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
I want to
That's
do
good.
it.
That's excellent advice, by the way.
I think
from
it's
Kita.
yeah, that is that I'll think about that
No,
because I was always
Yeah, yeah,
wondering
actually
like,
have people you could go to if
Do
you
you-
really want
Yeah,
to
so
do
do
it.
I.
do you like write like, and
Yeah, you
then
write it
my
down.
dad said, "Get
No,
out of my room,"
because that's not how you would
Yeah,
talk, right?
Right.
Like, I saw a newer comic on the show the other night, and he's like, well, recently. I'm like, we don't say recently when we talk, believe it or not. Like, there are just certain little things you will find. Here's the thing. You don't have to know it all in the beginning.
Yeah.
You have to just be good enough.
Recently, I discovered.
Right,
like,
right.
No one
no,
says.
nobody's talking
You know
like
what?
this.
You know what my dad says? My dad says "fool," which I always he'll be like, "You've made me a fool." And I'm like, that's such a weird sentence to come out of your mouth.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like, you just look at him, and he one time he said like, "You think me a fool,"
That's
and I was like, "What did you just say? Like, what is?" Like, where are we?
yeah. It's
Like
he's
1568
he's
England?
doing Shakespeare.
Yeah.
He's doing Bronx Shakespeare
You think me a fool?
in the
You
accent.
take me for a fool? Like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Well,
Rocksphere.
he has studied Shakespeare, so there you go.
Yeah. And he'll talk to me about Shakespeare. And I'm like, that accent talking about Shakespeare is strange.
Well, they'll say any good actor, you have to do Shakespeare. And how your mother compensates is funny, too.
Yeah, my mom is...
She's comedic in her own way. She's never trying to be.
No, she's not. But... Because my mom is, like, dealing with this... Fucking,
Imagine
like,
you're managing. She's managing.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
managing it on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And we love him. We love you, Chaz. I love you. But it is the
No,
truth.
he knows.
He knows it.
He knows every day he just, like, throws a hurricane
Yeah.
in the house.
Right.
This is not an exaggeration. He will wake up in the morning, come downstairs and be like, the film crew should be here in about 30 minutes. And we'll be like, what film crew? and he'll say to my mom, like, they're shooting the pilot here for the reality show. I forgot to tell you that. Can we get this place cleaned up a little? All right. And then he'll just walk away.
How she's able to put on, and she's one of those people. Is like your house is her
Yeah.
house. Like you come in, she's always trying to get
Yeah.
us for Sunday
My
dinners.
mom has to like get the house ready for a film crew to come over in an hour.
But she's like got she'll be like, I'm like, oh, I'll see you Tuesday for the podcast. She's like, you're filming the podcast Tuesday? Like she's like, I don't have she'll want to have food out, and she'll like, so she's also an accommodating person to begin with. But then just to have these like bombs dropped all of the time.
He'll do it to me too. Like when he's shooting his podcast, he won't tell me. And he'll just let me know like 10 minutes before. He's like, you know who my guest is today? And I'm like getting ready to leave. He'll be like, I'm like, who? He's like, Shaquille O'Neal. I'm like, you didn't think to tell me that?
He doesn't care what you say bad about him.
No.
He doesn't get.
Everybody cannot have that level of
You can talk negative
confidence.
about him. It does not affect him. He won't even read reviews. He doesn't care.
What do I care?
What do I care what people think?
All right.
Like literally, I want that. it would I would have so much more space in my brain for thinking if I wasn't focused on what everybody else is thinking.
It just like ricochets off his forehead.
Listen to me.
Ping, ping, that.
I read this quote the other day, and as an artist, number one is a maybe up-and-coming stand-up comedian that you're going to be.
Yeah.
As an actor, as a writer, this is for you too, Keita. I read this, and it is probably a big, what's holding me back the most. It says, everything you want is on the other side of cringe.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's awful.
It's so true. Everything you want.
I don't want to do this video, and then you see the people that are the most, the people that people are drawn to the most, are their most authentic selves that don't care what people think.
Wait, say that again. Which one?
Everything you want is on the other side of cringe.
I'm gonna think.
Yeah, that's actually true.
It totally is.
It's actually true.
Who's successful didn't start cringe? Cringe is freedom.
Yeah.
Well, and cringe can also mean that the uncomfortability. The way I heard it, it's the uncomfortability of a new experience.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's me going to new clubs here in LA. That's like, I'm like, I don't want to introduce myself.
When my dad sees this clip, I'm gonna have to explain to him what cringe is. So I want to preemptively just explain it to him because
do it right now.
Yeah. So hey, Dad, cringe is like embarrassment. So it's embarrassment. So what Tara was saying was success is on the other side of embarrassment or failure.
Right.
This is what cringe means. So you don't have to put down the phone, call me, and have this conversation with me. So I'm just telling you right now.
And he's like, that's ridiculous. There's no such thing as being embarrassed.
Yeah. Well, I got this play once, and it was like really, I was like, oh shit, I got to really turn it to 10. I was on the phone with him. I'm like, you ever just get like a play or a movie or a project when you just, you just don't know if you can do it? And he's like, no. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna call Mom. It's like, I mean, no.
But
and he was serious.
Dead serious. 100% serious. But there are pearls of wisdom that come. Like even me coming out to LA, he looks at me and he's like, "Is this what you feel in your gut? Like, is this a calling?" He's like, He goes, "I went to LA to do a Bronx Tale."
Yeah.
He's like, "You have to go," and he'll say things like, "You're gonna be uncomfortable, and that's where you grow."
Like, did he get to where he is because he was that confident, or did that confidence come from him being... I know what you mean, but he made it kind of late in life. I mean, he was broke until he was, like, in his 40s. Like, had nothing. So you got to be kind of a little cracked.
Which is what made him...
You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing, and this is the story
like, a little insane in a good way, yeah.
And here's the story that everybody knows. He was broke with $0 in the bank and got offered $200,000.
$2 million at one point.
But 200.
Yeah.
He said the 200 was the hardest to pass up because he had no money.
Yeah.
200,000 for a Bronx Tale, but he couldn't play Sonny.
Yeah.
Then they offered him 500, right? Then it was $1 million. He goes, then it was like, no, I got something here.
Yeah.
To turn that money down because you believe you're the star of that movie.
You got to be nuts.
You got to be crazy.
You got to be nuts.
You got to be that delusional. And guess what? It changed the trajectory of his life.
Any rational person would be like, yes.
There's nobody that could have played that better than him.
Nobody.
You know what he says when he turned down? I'm like, was it crazy to turn down $2 million? He's like, no. Because after 200,000, it's like, it's just numbers. It's just fake. It's like fairy dust. What's 2 million? You already said no to 200,000. You're already broke. $1 billion, whatever. No, it's already, you know what I mean? Like, it's already so high, and he made up his mind that make it higher. It doesn't matter. It's fake already.
And that's the lesson, though.
He's fucking crazy. This guy's insane.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane. It worked. How insane is he, laughing at being one of the most iconic actors of his day, currently still relevant. Not that crazy, right?
No, I know.
He just made the Bronx Tale into a one-man show into a film. Like, yeah, call him what you want, but he's successful. So if you're listening to this, I think, I talked about this on actually Eleanor Kerrigan brought it up on the podcast. I had her on as a guest, and she said she was talking about a comedian, and she goes, Mitzi really believed in him, and you kind of needed she needed to believe in him before he believed in himself.
Yeah.
And it's like Chaz believes in himself, and that's what propelled him the way he,
And
so believe in yourself.
And he does believe in other people. And the good thing about him is he'll tell you for real. Like, if I do an audition and it's not good, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not good. And it's like, yeah.
My favorite.
Okay.
My favorite story of how I met him was through Phil Folia, and he came to see me.
Phil
early.
Folia.
Yep.
He gave me this on my
Phil.
baptism, December 3rd, 1995.
That was his dad's best friend,
He
brother,
gave me
really.
this.
I love that you're
Yeah.
wearing that. Phil Folia was pushing your dad to see me. I don't know if you know how I came into the picture. Phil Folia, a long story, but I'll make it, it's not even that long. Phil Folia knew I was doing comedy, saw me on a show with Danny Aiello, and said to your father, this kid is from the Bronx, and she's Italian, and she's doing comedy. We got to support an artist from the neighborhood. And he was pushing your father to come see me. Finally, I get a phone call from a comedy club that said, you're performing here Friday night. It was Good Friday. Good Friday in Yonkers in a strip mall, no less. And they said, Chazz Palminteri just called the club and said he's going to come see you perform. And I was like, what? And what is happening right now? And
Did he just stand in the back?
no, he said that he asked them if he
and
had a
sunglasses?
room he can meet with me, and after he wasn't coming to see any of the other artists on. He didn't, he doesn't mince words. I'm just coming to see her, and I want to talk to her after. That was it. And he saw me perform, and I had, it was a good stage presence. Was I killing it in comedy at the time? No, but maybe I had something, and I had something enough for him to say, I like your stage presence. What do you want to do? And I said, this is it. This is what I want to do. And he's like, oh, we'll figure something out. And I ended up producing a comedy show for his charity at Dangerfields. It was the first show. You weren't at the first, right?
No.
And then a year and a half later, we all gathered back in the city. I did another one.
I remember seeing you, yeah.
And then from where I was from when he saw me to that year and a half, he's like, I could tell you worked your ass off. And that was I have a picture of him running to the stage and pulling me off and talking to me because he was so proud. And he's like, that's it.
That's awesome.
You got it. And I go, okay. It was just, and he was like, I was so proud of how hard you worked to get to where you were. And that's how I knew you really wanted it. And then from there, it just kind of, your mom, of course, was the bridge, right? Because she saw me, loved me, and was like, come over for dinner and do this.
Yeah.
She makes she makes you part of the family. And then
I'll
it
come home
happened
for
organically.
dinner. Yeah, people will just be, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And then, she just, there is no acquaintance with my mom. You're either a stranger or
family.
Yeah, it's such a stereotype, but it is so true. There is no, oh, I see him around. It's no.
Yeah.
My mom's inviting you to our house, and you're having and you're not having dinner. You're staying there for 5-6 hours. That's my mom.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I come over. It's it's like an all day event.
I don't think it's. How do I say this? It's kind of weird. I don't know when you're coming over. I don't know when anyone is coming over, and I'm never surprised to see anyone downstairs.
Right.
When I'm home, I'll just walk down. It's like, what's up, Tara?
I texted you last time.
Yeah.
Oh no, you didn't. You walked. You came out. You I just found out you guys were coming here.
Because the gate bell rings, and I'm like, who's here? And Tara's here. I'm like, oh shit, Tara, what's up?
Yeah.
It's what's the steps of a comedian to go from inexperienced to? Is it just to
get up?
You
get
don't
up.
just do
get
not
up on
stop.
stage. You just get up on stage. You got to be
And what
bad
happens?
before you're good.
What happens?
You get that first laugh, and you're like, "This is it. I'm meant for it."
With music and acting, it's not necessarily the more you do it, the better you get. There's a lot of stuff. Is comedy like that?
Listen, have I seen people where I go, they just don't have it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, the more you get up, there are some comics, I'll joke with another comic, I don't know how long they've been doing it, and I'm like, it just never gets better. But for the most part, if you have it and you're getting up all of the time.
What's all of the time? Every night?
Yes, in the beginning.
Yeah.
I had the luxury, and I say luxury only, it was not glorious at all. It's so hard. But I had the luxury of being in New York City. When I started comedy, I did every type of room, from churches, because there's so many alternate ways in New York City to do comedy, to clubs, to opening for bigger names. Only 2 years in, I was on the road with Nick DiPaolo and Jackie Martling and all these old timers, and really getting theater experience and things that I would have been accessible to me if I lived anywhere else. And I call them the black rooms because that's what they used to be, the urban shows. To be the only female and maybe, you know, the only considered white comic on the shows, I had to grow so much in those rooms. Bar shows, restaurants. Like, you get better when you have to manage an entire room.
Okay.
And it's like, you just can't go into some of these rooms and do comedy. That's where you'll get good at crowd work. That's why it's great to host shows.
That sounds
because
terrifying.
it's like, it is, but like at the same time, it prepares you for
It is?
everything.
With music, it's like, all right,
Because
here's what I have prepared.
when you get
Yeah.
no, but when you get them, you get them, and that
Yeah.
feeling is no better. It's like, I could do this. Like, even if I have like a set, or you know, I do something that I go, oh, I didn't love it, I didn't love this. I know it's a place I'm gonna grow from.
Okay.
You know, I don't have, you know, and you're constantly growing. I'm not saying that I don't grow now. There's moments where I go, oh, this is going in a different direction, and I'm learning something here. But the only way to be good at comedy is to do it all the time, probably being bad at it. And bad from a new comic perspective. Because you're going to have writing, you're going to have a delivery, you're going to know how to do certain things. When you can just say it and do it and it doesn't sound like a bit like you're reading it off a piece of paper. That takes years. I don't care who you are. It takes years. It takes really getting up there. I don't think I felt good.
Yeah,
I felt good at comedy at different points. 5 years, I felt a shift. 8 years, for some reason, I remember feeling a real shift.
Joe Rogan says it takes at least 10 years.
Everybody says 10.
Yeah.
10 is the number. I'm doing it, you know, more or less. 13, I don't count the earlier years.
Of doing stand-up consistently all the time.
Yeah, I'm up all the time.
Oh, it's good. What's like a night where you do a spot? Like, give me like a play-by-play. What is it do you get there, like, do you just go and do your spot?
Depends on how many spots you have, right?
Like,
Last night I hung and watched everybody because I knew it was going to be a great show.
So you can do that?
Yeah.
Is it like kind of bad taste to just go do your spot and get out of there?
No.
Are you friends with these people?
You know, listen, comedy's about community, and you get other opportunities when you're in the room.
Okay.
It's like what your dad says, the best advice your father ever gave me was show up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to show up. So it's like you got to be in the room.
Right. Then you meet some guy and, hey, I'm doing a spot at whatever.
People saw me do well and said, hey, I can get you on this. I did a show on Tuesday night at You Flappers with Earthquake, and they called me the next day and said, hey, do you want to do this? Like, you got to be in the room. Nobody knows you unless you're in the room.
Yeah.
So, and that goes for everything in life. This was like the longest episode I think we ever have. Where are we on time, Kita?
Like 4 hours.
Well, we've got a whole bit for Dante. So we're looking forward to the movie Bad News on the Front Step.
Bad News on the Doorstep.
Oh, Bad News on the Doorstep.
Directed by Tom DiNucci, produced by Verdi Productions. I'm so excited for this
I am so excited
to come
for
out.
it too.
I cannot wait. It is so much fun.
Stand-up comedy is going to start.
Oh man, I don't know.
Yes.
I'd like.
You're going to listen to this episode. Guys, I want to hear it in the comments. Should Dante do stand-up comedy?
Yeah, do one of those. You can do the poll.
Smash that like button.
Let's do a poll. Should Dante do stand-up comedy? We'll include that in the...
It's like all no.
No, it's not. Lastly, tell people where they can find you.
Oh, my socials, just Dante Palminteri, Dante Palminteri. It's so fucking long.
And the videos, I have Cannistraci. And the videos that I love so much are on your Instagram.
They are on my Instagram. I got like a little Instagram cleanup, but yeah, I'm gonna leave them up there.
They have to be. They have to remain. We're gonna go off camera now. I'm like Nikita to watch them because they're so funny.
Some of them just are not that funny. Some of them have really like you face planted.
That doesn't mean they're not funny. Okay. We'll talk about that. Anyway, everyone, thank you for tuning in. This was probably one of the best conversations we've had here. We've talked about so much. Hope you got a little inspired. Hope you got access into things you didn't know. Dante, again, I love having you. I love you.
Love you.
And I'll talk to you guys later. All my shows, guys, remember, listed at tarajokes.com. Special coming out in 2026.
Cawfee Tawk.